For the 2024-2025 season, Kevin Durant had a negative 39 plus minus. Not particularly good. I mean, last season he had a plus 290. Negative 39. Yeah, that's not good. It's just not as bad as LeBron's negative 55.
Or 54, sorry.
LeBron's negative was good enough to get him onto the All-NBA second team. Kevin Durant didn't make any of the teams. I already showed a clip where the blonde goblin was using this undeserved accolade to build his case for LeBron James.
He just made second team All-NBA in his 40s.
And then when I finally watched Stephen A. Smith's ridiculous take on ESPN, that's always ridiculous, he also, in order to defend him putting LeBron James at number 4 in the NBA, LeBron James is the 4th best player in the NBA, folks. He also referenced LeBron James making All-NBA second team.
The dude was second team All-NBA, and he deserved it.
Bob Myers, a little bit later, also referenced LeBron James making All-NBA second team.
I mean, what he's second team All-NBA, he deserves it. And Giannis.
Now, what did both of them say? Deserved it. Deserved it. Doesn't that just scream to you that they know he didn't deserve it, or people might be suspecting that he didn't deserve it? Oh, better reinforce it in case there's anyone out there starting to have a rational thought creeping around up in their brain. Go ahead and crush that. Tell everyone, and he deserved it. In case anyone's wondering, he absolutely deserved it.
It's weird. Who talks like that? They didn't say that about any of the other players. Oh, and by the way, he deserved it at number 1, and he deserved it, by the way. You gave yourselves away. You didn't have to say he deserved it for all the other players because nobody else was thinking, that's kind of weird. I didn't think LeBron deserved it. But now that you've told me he does, okay, we're all good now.
Now, when you're 40 years of age, in your 22nd NBA season, I can't take anything away from the dude.
Let's not miss out on the detail that Stephen A. Smith did say that, I can't take anything away from him because he's doing this at age 40. Okay, so are you saying that other people are better, but you are putting him on the list anyway because he's 40? You're leaving it up to interpretation so you can backpedal, because this isn't a list of, hey, who's great at 40. This is a list of who's the greatest, period, right now. So you don't get to slip someone in there because they're doing great at 40, because this isn't a they're doing great at 40 list.
Forget that he's the first player in 20 years to be named to an All-NBA second team with a negative. It was negative 55. That's a big negative. I know this is old news, but I'm working up to a point, a different point. So let me read All-NBA first team's numbers and All-NBA second team's numbers. Shit, I'll read All-NBA third team because it actually helps make my point. Shea was plus 918. Jokic plus 594. Tatum plus 534. Donovan Mitchell plus 522. Giannis plus 334. All-NBA second team. Mobley plus 546. Curry plus 299. Anthony Edwards plus 291. Brunson plus 146. LeBron James, negative 54. I mean, you basically have a massive gap between Brunson, the next closest, and LeBron James. Dude, All-NBA third team. Williams with a plus 456. Cat with a plus 376. Harden with a plus 344. Halliburton plus 222. Cade plus 175. LeBron James is the only one out of all three teams that had a negative. So this is all bringing me back to Kevin Durant and Stephen A. Smith going crazy the other day talking about Kevin Durant is, still that guy. And yet Kevin Durant isn't on his top 5. LeBron James is. Kevin Durant had a better plus minus than LeBron James, although not the greatest plus minus. So, and I understand LeBron fans, how you flip flop. Plus minus doesn't matter, right? It just means how your team plays with or without you on the court. That seems pretty important. But in any case, if LeBron has a bad plus minus, it doesn't matter. If he has a good plus minus, ESPN and Fox will feature that.
Speaking of ESPN, did you all get a load of Brian Windhorst?
I want me gold. 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 I want me gold.
Let's move on to other numbers. I had a poll on my channel about who has better handles, Kevin Durant or LeBron James. Because you might think LeBron James, who actually plays point guard from time to time, would have better handles. But it was not even close. And the poll wasn't even close. Granted, viewers of my channel are going to be biased. They also happen to be people that actually pay attention to basketball instead of going down fantasy lane wanting to believe something that isn't true about LeBron James. Kevin Durant's always been known for his handles, and people have always been impressed by his ability to handle the ball at his height. I don't remember people ever oohing and awing over LeBron James's handles. Whether you think he has good handles or not doesn't change the fact that what I just said is true. Probably the only person who's ever oohed and awed over LeBron James's handles is LeBron James, which leads him to releasing stupid videos of himself actually exposing how bad his handles are. Oh man, people with egos are actually a blessing to us who are trying to expose them. They just voluntarily expose themselves. I could have kept going with the polls on the channel, but again, I admit that it's probably going to be biased. And at the end of the day, it's people's opinions. How much does that matter? But anyone think that LeBron James is a better shooter than Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant's considered one of the most lethal offensive players ever, no matter how you feel about him. And for stat people, that would be LeBron people, in 2024, 2025, Kevin Durant had 26.6 points per game. LeBron James had 24.4 points per game. So now Kevin Durant has LeBron James in points per game and a better plus minus than LeBron. Field goal percentage. And mind you, this is LeBron James barreling to the lane, shooting almost everything from within 3 feet, getting bailed out by the referees, taking the go-ahead shots when the game's already over with, being afraid to take the shots with the clock running out. Nevertheless, Kevin Durant still had a higher shooting percentage than LeBron James. It was fairly close. Durant is 52.7. LeBron is 51.3. And in case anyone's starting to think that this is a pro-Durant video, I couldn't give a shit about Durant anymore. Facts are facts. Durant is in my conversation because of what Stephen A. Smith did, because of the top 5 list, because of the all-NBA selections, and in Durant's case, not selections. And Durant went on LeBron's show. And some content creators think that Kevin Durant was throwing a little bit of sly shade at LeBron, which we'll get to in a minute. So far, Kevin Durant, better shooter than LeBron. Kevin Durant had more blocks per game. It was 0.8 to 0.6, but nevertheless, he edges him out. Steals per game, Durant, 1.2 to LeBron's 1. And LeBron beats Kevin Durant in 2 categories: assists per game, rebounds per game. But how many videos do I have to put out showing how ridiculous LeBron James's stat padding is in the assists per game and rebounds per game? Now, that last point is my weakest point because people can simply say, oh, well, I don't agree with you. His rebounds are legit. His assists are legit. Okay, well, let's move on to rebounds and assists. Trump everything else. That outweighs everything else that Kevin Durant beat LeBron in? Is that really how it works? We can't take these sports analysts seriously. We've seen Kevin Durant be that guy multiple times. In fact, we've seen Kevin Durant be that guy in LeBron's face multiple times. And even though in 2012, the end result favored LeBron James's team, if you go back and watch that, Kevin Durant was still that guy, not afraid to take those shots. And then, of course, when Kevin Durant mopped the floor with LeBron James in 2017 and 2018, Kevin Durant was still showing not afraid to take those shots, which brings me to today's point, not being afraid to take those shots. And it was in the Mind Games podcast that Kevin Durant said, when you are the star and the clock is running out, you don't pass up a good shot just because somebody else is open. You don't pass up a good 2 for a good 3, maybe even a bad 3 when it comes to LeBron James. And it's funny, I was just thinking about this while breaking down the Lakers and Wolves series, in which I saw LeBron James wide open, just a little bit outside of the 3-foot range, nevertheless, still far enough for him to be afraid to take the shot. And he kicks it out to the 3 to Dorian Finney-Smith. Thing is, LeBron is 6'9", already close to the rim, and was open. Take the 2. It's a good shot. I don't care if it's the 3-point era. Kevin Durant smashed that with his comment. You take that shot if you're that guy. You don't put the burden on the role player. There are times where that becomes the right play. There are times where you draw the defense and then you depend on your role player to make the shot. But LeBron was open and Finney-Smith was open. That's just one example of an endless supply of examples. And these examples are combated with LeBron's own narrative that he always makes the right play, which is convenient because that means if I decide to take the shot, it was the right play. If I decide to pass it off, it was the right play. He always makes the right play. That works out great for you, doesn't it, LeBron? Self-declaring that you never make the wrong decision. Well, that's not what it looks like when you watch the games. And Kevin Durant, again, to his point, if you are the star and you don't take that shot, that's the wrong decision. Don't care who's open in the corner. Are you the man or are you not the man? Now, if you're double teamed, triple teamed, and you kick it to the guy in the corner, maybe then. Again, LeBron James has an advantage that other people that he's been compared to don't. Kobe was taller than Jordan, but not as tall as LeBron. Jordan did not have the size advantage very often. He just had to rise up and hit that jumper anyway. LeBron, I don't know how many people that guard him could block his shot. Like, he barely has to hop to get off a jumper that is unblockable, considering the people that guard him. And he still hesitates to take them. Shit, forget me talking about in the cases of someone guarding him still being tall enough that it shouldn't matter. He still isn't taking them when he's open. And as Kevin Durant so well stated, if you're the guy, then the right shot is you taking that shot. Thought that was a decent point by Durant. I'm curious what categories you guys think Durant is better and LeBron is better. I would be more concerned about Durant blocking my shot than LeBron. Steals with that reach, I think LeBron does edge him on passing, but I'm not sure. I haven't paid that close of attention to Durant's passing. I'm sure he's a good passer. Everybody raves that LeBron's a great passer, but a lot of the compliments that LeBron gets are inflated. Always hearing about his basketball IQ. I don't see it. How about free throws? Where do you rank free throws? It's not happening during action, but still, the fact that LeBron has never been a very good free throw shooter, to me, is a shining light on his mental weakness. KD shot 86% from the foul line this season. LeBron shot 78% from the foul line. A good season for LeBron, by the way. Where do you guys rank the importance of being a good free throw shooter? Speaking of, I think easy sniper Kevin Durant is known for his mid-range, his rise up and shoot over you thing. But guess what? Kevin Durant was better than LeBron James at the three-point line also this season. LeBron James was 36.7 and Kevin Durant was 38.7. Driving, depends. Are you going to think about LeBron James barreling over the top of people, committing offensive fouls? I guess LeBron gets it on driving. Although Kevin Durant, being a 7-footer who has handles, I don't see how that can't be a threat.
Anyway, that's going to do it. I think Stephen A. Smith accidentally exposed LeBron by forcing me to take a look at who isn't on that top 5 list, who isn't on all NBA teams, and who has better numbers than LeBron James. Kevin Durant certainly is more clutch than LeBron James, and he has all these other categories in which he beat LeBron James. LeBron James didn't really beat Kevin Durant very much at all.